Jai Gurudev children. Beta, in last period we have studied about the chapter unitary method and we had completed till there. Okay. Now in today's class we are going to learn the chapter that is data handling. Okay. But first of all we have to understood about that what is data. Okay. Data means beta collecting the numerical values, collection of the numerical values for a specific purpose is known as the collection of data. As you know that in daily newspapers you are learning about the temperature of the different cities, or you can see in the news different news channels also. Then you can see that the run is scored by the different players in a cricket match. That is also a kind of data. Okay, if I can say that you just make a collection of the people, that how many people are using the two wheelers in your society, that will be also a collection of data. Okay, then data are of two kinds. One is primary data and second is secondary data. Primary data means whenever, if suppose I will say that collect the data in the form that how many people are using the two wheelers in your society, then that collection means randomly from anywhere you can start. This collection of data will known as the primary data. Okay, and then what is the secondary data? Just go through the secondary data now. Beta, secondary data is that data which can be collected by the published, means not by the investigator. It can be published in published form or in unpublished form also. Means directly we will not collect that data. That is known as the secondary data. Okay, and then second things come that acha, then what is the arranged data? Okay, when the primary or the secondary data, okay, when we will arrange the data in ascending or descending form. Okay, data means information. When we collect any kind of information, those are in numerical values. Okay, then if we will arrange them in ascending or descending order, then that data is known as the that is known as the beta, that is known as the collection of the without arrangement is called the, that is if they are not arranged, not in arranged form, then it is raw data. If they are in ascending or descending form in the collection of the order, okay, then this kind of data is means this kind of data is called, so beta, the data in arranging in means in ascending or descending form, it's called array. ARRAY. Okay. Then second next things comes that is the range of the data. Okay. A range means what is the highest frequency. Highest frequency, and before that you have to know and you should know that what is the frequency. Frequency means beta, if a particular observation how many times it is coming, that is known as the frequency. Okay, suppose we are saying that 11 runs are scored by two players. Okay, 11 runs are scored by two players, then this 2 will be the frequency. Okay, this 2 will be the frequency. Then it may be 90 runs are scored by 3 players, like that. If we will make the chart, then this will be the data. Okay, then number of times a particular observation is occurring, that is known as the frequency. What is number of time a particular observation is occurring, that is known as the frequency. Okay, then if the difference between, then we were saying that what is the range. Then range means beta, the difference between the highest frequency or lowest frequency, okay, or the lowest values is known as the range of the data. Okay, the difference between the highest value and the lowest value is called the range of the data. These are the main important things which we are going, or on the basis of the these things we can understand the topic. Okay, then next things comes that central tendency. That is the main topic of our means that chapter we are going to learn, that is that central tendency. And what is the central tendency? Because there are three parts of the central tendency now. Okay, first one is mean, second one is mode, and third one is median. Okay, we are going to learn all these parts in today's class now. Okay, but before that I am giving some more definition that what is data. Okay, so data is that a collection of numerical figures giving some type of information, giving some type of information. Okay, just now we have understood these things. Information is called data. Then second thing is beta, raw data. Raw data means whatever information directly we are getting from the sources. Whatever information, as suppose directly I am going that what are the number of girls in a different classes, suppose. Okay, suppose first I went to started the primary classes, then the middle classes, and then the higher classes, and I am going to each class and collecting the number of girls in each class. Then this will be the raw data. This will be the beta raw data. Okay, so see that what is the raw data? That data obtained in original form. The data obtained in original form. These are the important definition. A small question comes from these definition. The data obtained in original form is called raw data. Okay, beta. Then next definition comes beta array. Okay, array means arranging the data in ascending or descending form. Arranging the data in ascending or descending form is called array. These are most important definition. All the definitions are very important. Then next thing comes with a frequency. Frequency means the number of times a particular observation is occurs. Number of times a particular observation occurs is called frequency. Is called frequency. As I just now I explained you. Okay. Then afterwards we will come to the central tendency. And central tendency means three things will come in your the topic central tendency. And this is mean, mode, and median. The first things which we are going to learn, that is mean. Okay. First of all, now try to understand that what is the mean. Beta, generally when we are saying that the average marks got by the student in your class is 70 marks got by each student. It doesn't mean that sometimes may got, if we suppose out of 100 marks, okay, we are taking your exams and average when we are taking out for the number of students, okay, then suppose it is coming 70. It doesn't mean that every child is getting 70. It means some students are getting near to 70. Some children, they are getting more than 70 or more. Obviously, some children will get less than 70. But one average number we are taking. Average means not all the children will get the same thing. Okay, means that some may be more than that and some may be less than, obviously less than that also. Okay, so this is known as the mean. And how we take the mean? Our mean and average are same thing. Mean, average you have learned in the previous classes, like that in 5th class onwards you have continuously learning about the average. So what is the average? What we are doing in average, while we are finding the average, at that time we are adding all the numbers for the collection. The whatever numbers are given to us, we are adding them and dividing that how many numbers are there. Okay, means whether we are taking out the average of 10 numbers or 20 numbers, we are dividing that by 10 or 20, whatever is there. So what the result is coming, that is known as the average. Suppose I am going to a 3rd class and I am saying that average year of the student in class 3rd is 10 years. That it doesn't mean that all the children will be of 10 years. Some may be 10 years, some may be 10 years or 5 months, means more than 10 years. Some may be near to 10 years, like that they can be 9 years or 11 months or 9 years or 6 months or like that. But while we are taking out their averages, at that time we are saying that average age of the children of the class 3rd is 10 years. Okay, so this is known, means in general in our daily life we are very much using the this term average. Okay, and how we are calculating that, now today we are going to learn. And same thing is related to the mean also. Here in the chapter means that is central tendency. Okay, mean is related, is very much closer to the average. Okay, now we are going to learn that first of all that how we will calculate the average of the data. Now see that beta, suppose we are, first thing as I explained you, that is arithmetic mean of ungrouped data. This is ungrouped data. Okay, so how you will understand that what is the grouped data or ungrouped data. Okay, grouped data means beta, suppose we are saying that 0 to 10. So 0 to 10 means the numbers between 0 to 10 means all the numbers will come in this group. That is known as the grouped data. When you will proceed to the, means as you will move to the next part of the chapter now, then you will understand about the grouped data also. Okay, so here first of all, whatever in this form, if the data is given to us, at that time what we will do, we will take out, suppose we have given the number of observations, and in question he is saying us that you just calculate the mean of the data. So how we will calculate and which formula we will apply for that? Just see here that mean is equal to beta sum of observation upon number of the given observation. Number means, just try to understand, this is the basic concept of the question. Number of the given observation means, beta how many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It means by the 7 you will do the division. Just see here. So suppose we have given these numbers and we have to find the mean of these numbers. So how we will do? Mean is equal to, so sum of observation means 3 plus 3. Always write formula first. 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 7 plus 8 plus 10 or plus 15. And how many numbers are there? Means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 divided by 7. Now add then 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 7, 17. Okay, 17 plus 8, 25. Or 25 plus, here also it is 25. Here also it is 25. So 25 plus 25. So what it will become beta? 50. So 50 divided by 7. No problem. It can come in the decimal also. So divided 50 by 10. So whatever answer will come, that will be your mean. Okay, 7 ja 49. So 1 will point here, 7 1 ja 7. Then 3, here point is there. So 7 4 ja 20. So what will be your mean? 7.14, or this mean or average. If you will take out the average, then average will also be same. So mean and average, they are very closely to each other. Okay, so in this way we can find the mean of the given observation. In first part of the topic beta, we have to given some observations. Okay, and we have to find See, in first part of the your given topic. Okay, step by step we are moving or proceeding to the topic, and so that you may understand that what is the problem behind how we will deal with the different kinds of problems. Okay, in today's class, first of all, we are dealing with this. Okay, and in the next class we will deal with the different kinds of problems. Just see now what is the now we are proceeding, and range, I taught you that range is equal to highest value minus lowest value. Write that formula also. Okay, range is equal to beta, range is equal to highest value minus lowest value, in suppose in the given data, it is in the question he is saying us that you just find the range of this data. So how we can find what is the highest value of this data? 10. And the lowest value is how much beta? That is 3. So what will be its range? Range will be 7. Okay, so this is known as the range of the data. Okay, rest of the questions are very simple in the exercise 16.1. Now we are proceeding to the exercise 16.1 now. See that beta. Now exercise 16.1 and question number first is written on your board. Okay, now try to understand the question, and it is very simple. So just see that how, see that the age in years of 10 employees of a firm are 32, 41, 29, 30, 35, 40, 27, 28, 31 and 23. Okay, first part of the question is that what is the age of the oldest and the youngest employee. Okay, you have to find that what is the, from this data you have to find that what is the oldest and the youngest. Oldest means whose age is means that greater value, means highest age of the this given data. So find out that what is the highest age in the given data. Maybe beta 41 is the highest age. Okay, so what is the oldest? That will be the oldest. So oldest person, oldest age will be how much beta? 41. Okay, or youngest means that lowest age. That what is the lowest age of the data? Now take out that one also. Here 30, 27 and not less than 27. So 27 is the youngest age. So it will be the solution of your A part of the question. Now come to the B part of the question. What is the range of the ages of the employee? And I taught you that just now, that range is equal to highest observation minus lowest observation, lowest value. So what is the highest beta? 41 and lowest value is 27. So subtract them now. 11 minus 7 will be 4. Here 3 will remain. 3 minus 2, 1. So 14 is the range of the data. Okay, this is known as the range of data. So second part of the question also have completed. Now come to the C part. Okay, and C is that the mean. And mean is equal to beta sum of observation. Always write formula first. Sum of the observation upon that the number of given observation. Number of given observations. Okay. How many numbers are given to you? So see that sum of observations means beta 32 plus 41 plus 29 plus 30 plus 35 plus 40 plus 27 plus 28 plus 31 or plus 23, or divide them by how many observations are there. So count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10. Okay. Now add them. Now add them and divide it by 10. So it will be your mean. Okay. Now after adding them, divide it, then it will be your mean. See that beta? Its sum is coming equal to 316 divided by 10. So if you will divide it by 10, so what it will come? 31.6. So it will be 31.6 years. So this you can say as the mean age or the average age also. Both things are same. Okay. Now afterwards see that what is the question number 2. Okay. Keep your book with you while you are watching the video. Ankita studies 3 hours, 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours and 5 hours on 5 consecutive days. Consecutive days means continuous days, okay, of the week. How many hours does she study on an average each day? Means you have to find the average or the mean of the particular hours is given to you. So what you will do? So your observations are 3 hours, 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours or 5 hours. Okay. So this will be, first of all you will write your observation. Then mean is equal to beta sum of observations upon number of given observations. So add them and divide them by 5. So whatever will come, that will be your answer. So I am not going to do this question number 2. It will be your homework. Now see that question number 3. The height of 10 boys as measured in centimeter as follows. This question we are going to do. Just see here on the board. Here beta, this time I have not written the complete question. I have just written that what is the data. Okay, in the question these are the height of the children are given to you. Okay, and you have to find what is the highest height of the tallest boy. Okay, so directly solution I am doing. So the tallest boy, see that whose height is the greatest. Find out that one. 154, maybe not greater than 150. So tallest boy will be of 154 centimeter. Then second is what is the shortest boy. B part is the shortest boy. See that now shortest boy is how height is how much? Maybe 122 centimeter. Okay, so it will be 122 centimeter. In C part same question is that as we have done. Range of the data. So range will be beta highest minus lowest. Highest minus lowest. Now see that highest is beta 154 centimeter minus 122 centimeter. Subtract it now. 4 minus 2, 2. 5 minus 2, 3. So range will be 32 centimeter. Third thing come that what is the mean height. So mean is equal to beta sum of observations. This is D part now. Sum of observations upon number of observations. Upon number of observations. Okay. Now see that. Add them and then divide them by that. How many numbers are there? 122 plus 128 plus 135 plus 140 plus 145 plus 154 plus 134 plus 147 plus 152 plus 150. Now count them beta. How many observations are given to you? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. 10 observations are given to you. Okay. See that beta, its sum is coming 1407 divided by 10. So if you will divide it by 10, so what you will get? 140.7. So this will be as your mean height. This will be as your mean height or average height. Okay. So mean and average, again I am saying that they both are same. So you can say that mean height, if you are saying that mean height of the children, then also it is mean this is the average height of the children. Okay. Now see that what is the fourth question beta. Fourth question I am just reading out that and you just keep the book with you so that you may understand that in your book and my book the question are same. The marks out of the 100 obtained by students in 5 subjects are tabulated below. English 67, Hindi 76, Maths 88, Science 85 and SST 78. What is the total marks? So you can add them for the total marks. B part, find the average marks. Average marks means again in the same way you will find that the mean of the marks. Okay. In which subject the student has scored highest marks, you can see from the given table that in which subject he is getting more marks. In which subject student scored the lowest mark? This also you can see. And what is the range of the marks? Range means the highest marks minus lowest marks. This question also you can do yourself. Now beta, we are proceeding to the question number 5th. That this, so question number 4th is same as the question number 1st and 3rd I have done. Okay, so 4th question I am leaving for your personal practice. Okay, and now we are going to solve the question number 5th now. See that how we will do that question number 5th one. See that beta. Now find the mean of first 10 natural numbers. Okay, first of all now come to the natural numbers. You know that what are the natural numbers? The counting number starting from 1 are the natural numbers. Then which one will be the first 10 natural number? From 1 to 10. Counting numbers from 1 to 10 will be the first 10 natural numbers. Okay, so write that first 10 natural numbers are, first 10 natural numbers are beta 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now you have to find the mean of those numbers. So mean is equal to sum of numbers. Always write the formula. Sum of numbers upon total numbers. Okay. Now see that 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. Or divided by beta how much? How many observation are there? 10. So what is the sum is coming? Just see that now. Okay. See that beta, its sum is coming 55 divided by 10. So what will be your mean? Mean is equal to 5.5. Okay, so this will be your answer. Now see that question number 6. What is that? Question number 6 is that beta, find the mean of first 20 odd natural numbers. So what are odd natural numbers? Start 20 odd numbers you have to find. Okay, first one will be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Okay, 15, 17, 19, then 21, 23, 25, 27, 29, then 31, okay, 33, 30, 31, 33, okay, 30, 37, then in this way you just count that up to where that 20 numbers are coming and then add them and then find its mean. Okay, so up to the question number 6 you just means question number 3rd and question number 6 till question number 6 you will complete. Then question number 7 onwards beta we will try to do in the next class. So again I am repeating the things which we have studied in today's class. First, the data means the whatever the information we are getting from the sources, okay, or we are directly collecting, that is known as the data. Then I taught you that what is the frequency, that number of times a particular observation is known as the frequency. Range means highest observation minus lowest observation. Then means array means collection of the data in ascending or descending form is known as the array. Okay, and then the three main things of the central tendency are mean, mode and median. And today's class we have studied about the mean. And what is the formula for finding the ungrouped data? This is ungrouped data. For finding we are having two methods. One is for the group data and another is for the ungrouped data. And in today's class we have studied about the ungrouped data. And for that what is the formula? Mean is equal to sum of observation upon number of given observation. On the basis of these we have solved up to the question number 5th one and 6 I have left for your homework. Just enough for today's class. Thank you and Jai Gurudev to all of you. Okay.